Ladies and gentlemen, that would normally conclude the speeches. However, to have the last word, Mrs. Fay Howell.
Okay, so I didn't tell anybody I was going to do this speech. And it's been really hard trying to get the words as to what I want to say. And to be honest, I don't actually think I can do it. Is there anybody in the room who can read this for me? Because I don't think I do.
I'll have a go, but what's the word?
Yeah, can you do it for me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll give it to him.
Thank you.
I get round the
I'm just going to turn on the amp here. Can I start the speech?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all right. I brought my own copy actually. Yeah. Right. I don't feel comfortable being the bride by myself, so Matt, would you lend me a hand, mate? Do you mind? This is Matt Brush. I've never been a bride before at a wedding. I was thinking, Faye, what do you think if we put it into a song? Would that be alright? Yeah? Okay, just Matt, if you just strum some chords, mate, and I'll see what I can do as well.
I only know 4 chords.
Yeah, well, 4 chords is all we need, mate, so that'll be fine. Alright. Okay, how about, should we do it to the tune of Jason Mraz's I'm Yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that'll work. Yeah, here we go. Yeah? Can I be heard across the room, is that alright? Alright, sick. Kick it.
Alright.
So this is Faye's wedding speech being sung through me. If it was her, your ears would bleed. There's so much she'd like to say, but she's too pissed. This comes from Faye. Check this. So first things first, let's get our thanks out of the way. I want you all to know how much it means to me you're here today. I'm going to try and do my best to mention most of you okay, and I apologise to anyone who doesn't get a say. Thank you to my kids for being the best thing in my life. Thank you to my husband for making me his wife, for putting up with all my crap and being really nice. I think I've done alright. Thank you to my parents for a lifetime of support, for moulding me to be the girl that Chris wanted to court. Without your help in many ways this day would not have come. I believe in both with all my heart, so thank you Dad and Mum. Thank you to the bridesmaids, you all look really fit. If you want to hang out later, I'm in room 66. Sorry Faye, hope you don't mind, I added in that bit. Now this is kind of awkward, so I'm going to get on with it. Susie and Lisa, thanks for sorting out the hen. I won't go into details because I can't remember them. Thank you to Jill for being my lifelong friend, and to Tubbs and to love you lots, hope you're there till the end. Wifey told me recently that she was up the duff. We had to stretch her dress cause it wasn't big enough. Despite your big fat belly, you really don't look rough. In fact, I think we'd all agree that you are real hot stuff. Big up to the ushers, you scrub up really well. To Rob and Ed and John and Rob and Simon, Tim as well. Without your running things today, it could have all gone to hell. I won't ask much about the stag, I'm sure you'll never tell. One of the lads. Maureen, you get a thank you for baking us the cake. Your culinary expertise are hard to replicate. We're actually getting paid for doing this song with a slice of cake, so it better be worth 400 quid, which is what we'd usually take. And thank you to Hayley for singing insanely and upstaging Ryan just a bit. Hey, Face. It's not a very nice thing to say. Thank you to Alec and Dad for coming all the way from Spain, for driving a car and riding a train and flying in a plane. It's an awful lot of effort and your magic is insane. Look out behind you, Darren Brown, move over David Blaine, cause this is Faye's wedding speech being sung through me. If it was her, your ears would bleed. There's so much she'd like to say, but she's too pissed. This comes from Faye. Check this. Now this is the sad bit of the song. There's a couple of people here, one in particular, Dave, who might be feeling a little bit hard done by about this situation. So Dave, this bit's for you. Go. We're so sorry, Dave. It didn't work out between you and Faye in the end. It must be very sad seeing what you could have had. But don't you fret, my friend, 'cause the best man won in the end. It's just the way it goes. It's nothing personal. There's plenty more fish in the sea, but none quite as pretty as me. You'll get over it, I'm sure. Okay. But now over to you, Chris, and that moment of bliss when you asked me to be your wife. Not me, Faye. It took you a while, but it made me smile. Yeah, it was really, really nice. Over on the Isle of Man, I remember being on that castle, overlooking the sea. Yeah, it was the perfect moment for a proposal, but you didn't ask me. But then later on a secluded beach, ooh, I remember it well. I was expecting big things, maybe even a diamond ring, but you bottled it there as well. You were just biding your time, 'cause on the last day we got pissed off our heads, and then drunkenly you proposed to me as we were getting ready for bed. I couldn't believe my luck. Such an elegant proposal, meticulously planned. So I said yes, and then we went to sleep.